All right, hi guys. Take a look at the note that is on the screen right now. These are the supplies that you're going to need. Make sure you have a pencil. Make sure you have the blue cards that you cut out. I'm talking about these things right here. And then workbook page 7 and 8. You ripped this out on Tuesday and took it home with you. And that is this page right here. So that should look familiar as well. If you want to go ahead and pause the video right now while you make sure that you have things, you can do that. But I'm also going to go ahead and get started. All right, today's goal is to be able to write numbers in 3 ways: standard form, word form, and expanded form. Standard form just means regular, normal. So you're just going to write the number the way that we usually see it in math books. Word form is exactly like it sounds. You're going to spell out the number instead of using digits. An expanded form means that you take the values of the digits that are in the number and you're going to write them into an equation. And I'm going to show you how the blue cards that you cut out can be very helpful for that. This right here is just a frame that you can lay your blue cards on, but you also don't need to use it. If you would like to, it's on page 7 of the workbook page. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at page 8. I'm not going to do the entire page. I'm just going to do a few problems with you, and then I want you to do your best to finish the rest. And then you're going to bring this page with you to class next week, and I'm going to take a look and see how you did. And I'll be able to see if you're ready to move on and work on it independently, or if you would, maybe you need some more instruction with me. So completing this and turning it in and then answering a couple questions on Schoology will help me know that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm probably going to do number 1 and 2 with you. And I'm going to do number 6 with you. I'll also do number 9 with you. And I will do number 13 with you, and number 17. Okay, you don't have to do the check understanding, so you can cross that off right now. Alrighty, here we go. So the directions for number 1 and 2, it says read and write each number in expanded form. So I'm really glad that we're starting with this one, because like I told you, this is the one where we're going to write an equation where we add up all the values. Now, values and place value are different, but I'm going to show you how these blue cards can help you. So when I take a look at number 1, it says 73. So what I want you to do with your blue card is I want you to find the 70. So that's going to be in with the tens pile. So here's my 70. Notice how on the frame the digit kind of lines up, and then we need a 3 in the ones place. So there we go. I've made the digit or the number 73. Right now that's written in standard form. That's how we would normally see that number. We want to write it in expanded form. So like I want you to think of like a balloon. When you fill up a balloon and it fills up with air, it's expanding, it's starting to take up more space. That's what we're doing with this. We're gonna stretch it out and expand it, okay? And I'm actually gonna move that sheet out of the way so you don't get confused. So that 7 that was in the tens place, the value of it, what it's worth, is actually 70, because there are 7 tens. And then the 3, the value of that in the ones place is 3, because 3 ones would be 3. So the trick that you can use is you can actually take a look at the dark number if you spread them apart, but also this very tiny number that's right at the top is actually telling you the value. So if you take a look, see how there's the number 73, and then you have that tiny number 70 and 3. So when you write it in expanded form, you're just going to put a plus sign in between the 70 and the 3. Just like that. Now let's go ahead and make the number 108 for problem number 2. So I'm going to find my 100. There we go. And right now, I don't have a digit. Oh, I do, I have 0, but I don't have anything else that's gonna go into the tens. So I can just go ahead and grab the 8 ones. And there is our standard form, the way we normally see the number, 108. To write it in expanded form, I'm going to take that tiny number at the top, and I'm going to put plus sign right in between them. Okay? The other way you can think about it is that you're expanding it and stretching it apart. Okay? And now when you practice this with the thousands, like because numbers 3 and 4 go up to the thousands, you're just going to use the larger ones that you have. And again, stacking everything on top of one another. Alrighty, for number 6, the directions here is read and write each number in standard form. So again, you can use your blue cards. Find the 200, find the 60, and find the 1. So, also just a little tip. Before I got started, I separated all my blue cards into a pile of, so these are all the thousands values, and then I separated these, the hundreds values. I did that with the tens, and I did that with the ones. Alrighty, let's find 200. So I have a 200, I need a 60. Also, the way you can tell the difference between the 60 and the 90 is take a look at that number that's at the top, because that will tell you the direction. So here's my 60, and then I need a 1. So right now, if you could imagine the plus sign, just like in between each one, just like it is in number 6, this is expanded form. We want to write it in standard form, which is just another word for regular. So what you're going to do is you're going to stack these on top of one another. Just like that. And so our standard form is 261. All right. Number 9, read and write each number in word form. Again, these blue cards are going to be very handy. Just like we did in number 6, let's find the values here. So I'm going to find a 400, a 40, and a 1. So there's my 1. My 40 and my 400. All right, so right now that is expanded form. If you guys take a look on the back of these cards, they have the word form for you for each value. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this 400 and you're gonna write it there, the 40 and the 1. So we have 400, 40, 1. And that's word form. See how I just spelled out the word for the value? Okay. So again, those blue cards are awesome. So you're going to do the same thing for number 10 with that. All right. Number 13, it wants us to read and write each number in standard form. So it's given us a word form. We need to put it in standard form. So I want to find 6,000 and I want to find 8. So I found 8, and if I turn that over, see how I can see the word form right there? And there's my 6,000. So again, this matches. See how it says 6,000, 6,000, 8, 8. If I just turn those over, I'll be able to write it in standard form. And this is where you can use your mat to make sure that the digits are going to go into the correct place value. So here's my 6,000. Okay. My 8, it's not going to go here. It's not going to go into the tens. It's going to go into the ones. So 6,008. That's how we would write that number in standard form. All right, and last is number 17. For these problems, you're going to write the value of the underlined digit. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make this number 6,507. So 6,000 Here's 500 and the 7. Okay, that's my number right there. I just made it. Value means worth. So we want to know, what is that 5 actually worth? And what determines the worth is the place value that the digit is in. So if I were to put this on my frame, okay, the underlined digit was the 5. I can see that it's in the hundreds place. So that means, what's the value, or what is 5 hundreds worth? Well, it's right there. Okay, and also you could take those apart and you can see that that's not really a 5, it's actually 500. So the value of that underlined digit is 500. Okay, so remember, you can pause this and rewind and play around with these blue cards. You can go as fast or as slow as you need to. Do your best finishing this page, and then there are 3 questions that I want you to answer on Schoology. It's best to, make sure you're doing this because it gives me information. It lets me know what you know, and it also lets me know if I need to help you further. Okay, I'll see you guys next week.